Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Not surprising news here. We knew this. We just needed a confirmation, and the confirmation comes from none other than a weasel, which is Olaf Scholz, and he is the chancellor of the used to be great country of Germany. And he says, British soldiers in Ukraine helping fire missiles. Olaf Scholz, idiot, reveals. Now, it's good to have a weasel and a coward in a position of power if you control that person, because that weasel will do your bidding. So will help you. You know, being a weak person, is going to follow your orders. You appoint him over there, you open the doors, you push him forward, you push everybody around. He's going to be where he is at. He's going to, follow your orders. But there's one big little catch, and that is he's a weasel. He's a coward. And coward people would just abandon ship immediately. This idiot, which is Scholz, he revealed a secret, more or less, or at least he confirmed it. Why? Because I think he is scared. I think he got pushed in a corner by his idiot counterparts in Great Britain and France, because he says that defending his decision not to send Taurus missiles, long-range missiles, to Russia. So I think it's a lot of pressure on this idiot. And now he says, you know what? I'll tell on you. And he did. That's how weak people do. So you have advantages having a weak person in a position of power if you control him, but you can always be stabbed in the back or at least left alone when you need him the most. So let's read this beautiful article. But before that, let's go and see this little thing right here. And this is a video I made a few days ago. German Chancellor Scholz to be removed by his masters. He refuses to send Taurus missiles to Ukraine. In this video, which I made exactly on, where is that? The 26th of February, right now we're on 28th, 2 days ago. I claim that this idiot is so scared, is so cornered by the masters that he doesn't want to destroy Germany again, like in 1945 and 1918. So that's why he says no, no, no. And right now he defends himself by saying, no, actually we don't want to do exactly what the French and the British are doing. The idiot said it. Yes, because the coward was cornered. Here it is. Oh, maybe not this one. Maybe this one. British soldiers in Ukraine helping fire missiles, Olaf Scholz reveals. 5 hours ago. Yep, that's you. That's the guy. Germany was accused of a flagrant abuse of intelligence after revealing that British soldiers are supporting Ukrainian forces launching long-range Storm Shadow missiles. Didn't we know that? My friends, you know what's strange? After a pattern, you might start trusting the bad guys. Almost everything that they said right now is coming back as true. They said those guys have special troops over there, special units. They do. They came and said, yeah, we have them. Everybody knows that. Those guys said the tanks are operated by the Germans. This guy said no. They said the Leopard tanks. They said, and not only they, the Americans are using the HIMARS and the Patriot system, and it's not the Ukrainians. We're getting there. We are getting there. And right now, they also said it's not the Ukrainians who are firing those Storm Shadow and Scalp missiles. No, it is those guys. Those guys are doing it. And I also said the pilots, Ukrainian pilots on F-16s will not be Ukrainian pilots. That's what I said, and I maintain my statement. Why? Because I am 99.9 certain the Americans or NATO personnel is using the Patriot system and the HIMARS system. For the little big reason they will not allow anybody else to look into that high secret fantastic weapon. That's what it is. They're afraid the Ukrainians will turn towards east and take a Patriot system right there to the Ruskies, and that's it. That's a state secret. They're not going to get the Ukrainians, hey, you know what, we're going to operate this. Are you kidding? Now, let's go back to the article. Olaf Scholz said on Monday that he would not deliver the Taurus. That is, right there, where's that? I lost it. Anyway, to Berlin's equivalent of the Storm Shadow, as it would require soldiers assisting on the ground. Citing the UK and French approach with their own systems, Mr. Scholz argued that following the UK would make Germany a participant in the war. So that means, by this, that means these guys are participants in the war. So if he says, Scholz says, I don't want to send Taurus missiles because that will require troops on the ground helping, doing it, like you guys are doing it, and that would mean that our forces, troops being over there, how do they call it, assisting the Taurus missiles, would mean that we are participants. So therefore he made the claim as an idiot that the French and the British are actually participants in the war. That's why he doesn't want to send the Taurus, because that will require German personnel, which will be participant in the war. But hey, the Brits and the French are doing exactly that. Isn't that an idiot? An idiot, or he's cornered. And probably he was, threatened with removal. And he said, yeah, I'll tell mommy and daddy right now. The comments were seen as endangering British military and diplomatic personnel on the ground. Oh, so they're over there? Okay, thank you. These guys confirm as endangering. So the comments endangering. Do you think like the Russians didn't know that? They said it many times. You didn't know about it because these guys did not tell you. But we knew. Why? Putin called me. Just kidding, YouTube. Stop continuing being retards, okay? So, my friends, so many mistakes here. I don't think actually they were mistakes. I think they were just purposely done in an act of desperation to save his political life. Because if Scholz is dismissed right now, he's gone forever. He's too young for that as a politician. He doesn't want to give up to his political power yet. He worked hard for this. Remember that scene in Scarface when Tony Montana stays in that bathtub over there with his remote control and watches some flamingos taking off, and he said, look at the pelicans, look at the pelicans. And he said, and he argues with his wife or whatever and his best friend, hey, who worked for this? I worked for this. I deserved it. I did it. It's my the same here. Who worked for this? Me. 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 The same with Olaf Scholz. Who did work hard for this? Me. Who sacrificed? Me. Who deserves this? Me. That's exactly how he does in front of a mirror. Me. Oh man, Tobias Elwood, the former chairman of the Commons Defense Committee, said, and I'm quoting, this is a flagrant abuse of intelligence deliberately designed to distract from Germany's reluctance to arm Ukraine with its own long-range missile systems. This will no doubt be used by Russia to racket up the escalator ladder. Mr. Scholz was also criticized by German opposition MPs. Oh my God. The Chancellor's statements regarding France and Britain's alleged involvement in operating long-range cruise missiles used in Ukraine is completely irresponsible. They don't say it's not true. Irresponsible. And it says here, yeah, alleged, but they say it's irresponsible. All right, Mr. Scholz is under mounting pressure to deliver the long-range missile to disrupt the Russian supply lines and prevent Moscow taking further territory. He said on Monday that German soldiers could not follow their British and French peer in the way of target control and accompanying target control right there at the bottom. in the way of target control and accompanying target control. The Storm Shadow is co-produced by the UK and France. Got that? German soldiers, and I'm quoting, can at no point and in no place be linked with the targets that this system, the Taurus, reaches. Not even in Germany, Mr. Scholz said. Britain is known to provide intelligence on Russian targets, but it is unclear what level of support is given to Ukrainian troops firing its missiles on the ground. Did you hear he said they're assisting over there? Shut the hell up. All right, so on Tuesday, the UK government announced it had a small number of soldiers deployed inside Ukraine. Soldiers, not special troops, soldiers, specifying only that some were involved in medical training and the other ones were fighting. You see, small compared with what? Small could be 2 million, let's say 100,000 is small compared with 2 million, right? It's 5%, isn't it? So 5% is small. It's just 100,000 versus what? 2 million. And out of those 100,000, about 20 are medical training. And the rest of what 999 are what? Active fighters. You know how you see how words small number relative to what? And then it says only some were involved in the medical training. What about the other ones that you're not telling us about? Can you tell us the proportion? No. Now, Mr. Scholz's speculation on the role played by British troops in Ukraine has heightened concern for the safety of diplomats and other personnel stationed in the country. Why? It has also increased the threat of potential Russian overseas intelligence operations, And I'm quoting, Ukraine's use of Storm Shadow and its targeting process are the business of the armed forces of Ukraine, a spokesman told The Telegraph. The UK, along with other allies, is providing a range of equipment to Ukraine to help it counter Russia's illegal and unprovoked aggression. Blah, 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 blah. We already know what he said. I'm going to read it again because I like it. Okay? That's why. Where is that? Come on. Oh, yeah. So Olaf Scholz said on Monday that he would not deliver the Taurus, Berlin's equivalent to Storm Shadow, as it would require soldiers assisting on the ground, citing the UK and French approach with their own systems. Mr. Scholz argued that following the UK would make Germany a participant in the war. So it's the UK, not the French. And the title is British Soldiers in Ukraine Helping Fire Missiles. Fire missiles. The Telegraph, not me. Did you hear YouTube? God damn it. So, surprised? Nah, whatsoever. The only thing that is surprising, or it's newsworthy, is there's a real fight among weasels, among cowards. You know, you have bandits. The bandits go and, let's say, they rob a bank. They all work to rob the bank. They work together. But then they got the loot, the money, or whatever they got, the gold. They go somewhere else. They turn swiftly one against the other. Why? That's the way they are. So just that's why when you hear these guys, oh, they're the allies. They're not allies. They're temporary, interest-aligned thieves. A pack of wolves that would eat whatever the big wolf, the alpha wolf, would point. You guys go and attack that guy, and when it's dead, I'm going to show up and I'm going to distribute a piece of this to you, a piece of this to you, and then we disperse. And then when I call you back to gang again against someone else weak, that's weak someone else, like, I don't know, Libya, or I don't know, Yugoslavia, or Saddam Hussein, Iraq, or weak countries, small countries, when we have to deal with big wolf over there, you know what we're going to do? We're not going to fight. We're going to have some idiots fight for us. And then we're just going to help the idiots from behind. And when that guy dies, we get another idiot. We're going to have the, oh, Ukraine dies, we're going to get the Romanians. Oh, before that, we're going to get the Poles, we get the strong 6.11 million Baltic states, the three of them, total population 6.1, but they have a mouth as if they're like 100 lions. But nevertheless, they're always like, am I doing in America behind? Yeah, keep doing it. So my friends, Surprised? Not so ever. I'm going to read again. British soldiers in Ukraine helping fire missiles. Olaf Scholz reveals. It's not even claims, reveals. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.